Okay.
Okay, so this took a little bit longer than we normally take because normally what I do is boil the tea only half of the gallon of water, and then take the tea bags out, put 1.5 cups of sugar in the pot and melt it with the tea, and then pour the tea in the glass jar with the other half gallon of water. And put the half gallon of cold water in first so you don't crack your jar with that hot water. So now we have to do, look, you gotta be ready to improvise. So we improvised, right?
Yeah.
So what we did was we gave our tea an ice bath. We put it in a bowl with some water and some ice. I think Geraldine came up with that brilliant idea so that we could hurry up and cool our tea down, okay? So now the tea is room temperature. So here is the simplicity of this. Geraldine has been making kombucha for how long, Geraldine?
Oh, maybe 8 months.
For 8 months, and she's got families of scobies, okay? I don't know if you can see this, but I'm hoping that you guys can see that. It's got so much, can you see? Look at that, all those scobies, how awesome is that? So, let's see.
We gotta put them.
Right in the middle. Now, you gotta make sure that you always keep your hands and your utensils rinsed and clean because anything will get bacteria into your scobies or into your mixture and it'll mess it up. So, my hands are clean. I'm going to, do you grab your scobies with your hand or do I need something
Oh,
else?
no, I used a spoon. The last
Okay.
time. A wooden spoon, but it's okay. You can use, I mean, they're solid enough
Okay,
that you
yeah,
can pick them up.
they won't fall apart.
No.
So every time you touch anything, you have to rinse your hands, okay? So what we're going to do is we're just going to take one of these little scobies. You see that? That's one of Geraldine's new babies. And just slide it right in on the top. Sometimes they'll sink. That's okay, don't worry about it. It can sink. And then the last thing that we need is, I use 2 cups, different recipes will say different things. They'll say 1 cup, anywhere from 1 to 2 cups of starter material. This is kombucha that's already fermented, plain, not flavored, in order to start this process. Can I take it out of this jar here?
You can.
Okay. All right, so this is the last batch of Geraldine's kombucha that she just made. We'll pour some right on top. There we go. Now you don't want to fill the container completely up. Usually I would put a cheesecloth over it.
Right.
But, oh, you do coffee filter.
It's coffee filter.
Now, see, Geraldine uses coffee filters, which I think is cool because it's inexpensive. They're disposable, so you can just toss them. You can use a cheesecloth, anything to keep the bugs out, but to allow air, because this is a living culture, so it has to breathe. So we're just going to take a coffee filter. You can use this, or you put the elastic still around your filter.
Yeah, I do.
You can use this, or you can use the natural ones. Either way, whatever works for you. Put the band around the top. Now, let me tell you something. I've had an experience with live larvae in my kombucha. It's not fun. Oh, so then you don't even put the top on.
You can.
Does it, won't go.
No.
Okay, so now we have a 3-quart jar of kombucha starting there. You see how simple that is? So now all we're going to do is we're going to take this jar and put it in a nice dark place. If you leave it on your kitchen counter, you can do that. I do that all the time, but I drape a cheesecloth or a towel that covers the entire jar so it's nice and dark. They like it dark, they like it warm, but not too hot, not over about 98 degrees. You'll kill your SCOBY. And that's it. So this jar now will go to rest for 7 to 10 days. I suggest that you use a jar with a spout. It just makes it easy for you to check your tea. And in about 4 or 5 days, I'll just take a little sip. What you're looking for is you want all the sugar to have been eaten up by your SCOBY. That's how it ferments. It turns that sugar into fermented tea. So you don't want to taste, it shouldn't taste like sweet tea. If it's still sweet, then you need to let it sit there for a couple more days, normally between 7 and 10 days. And then once that's done, and it doesn't, no longer has that sweetness to it, then we'll do the second stage fermentation to make it fizzy and to give it flavors like ginger and lemon or any other flavor you like. So that's it. That's how easy it is to make your kombucha. Okay? Join us for the next video where we'll do the second fermentation.